Hi there, good evening everyone. Okay, we just want to start on time. Thanks for attending. It's just past the hour there, 9 o'clock UK time, and I think it's 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. My name is Adrian Hibbert. For the people that don't know me, I'm based in Cardiff in South Wales in the UK, and I've got my upline sponsor on within the Vizionary Capricoin business, a guy called Patrick Moore. I'll bring him into the call in a short bit, but we are doing this call every 2 weeks. So it's good timing. I'm going to be away next week anyway. So every 2 weeks, we're going to be doing this call on the hour, 9 o'clock UK time, as I was saying. And if you want to go ahead, guys, and bring as many of your guys in, your team in, it's a great place to bring people so we can network within this hour and ask all the questions. Lots of Q&A going on. And so Patrick's going to go through a presentation on the Vizionary and the Capricoin product. He's got a few new updates, which is good news. So, like I said, guys, get your questions ready. This is recorded, and you'll get a message. You'll get an email off me with a recording at the end of this. So it's all good stuff, and we're hopefully in for a good night tonight. So anyway, Patrick, can you hear me there?
Loud and clear. How you doing, Adrian?
Okay, great. Thanks, Patrick. So we've got a few people on, and I'll be passing this straight over to you now, Patrick, and you go through the presentation. I think that's going to take probably about 30 minutes, hopefully. And possibly 35 minutes, 40 minutes at the most. And then we go into Q&A of about 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll try and get this wrapped up within the hour if we can. So over to you, Patrick. Thanks a lot.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me. Hope you guys are having a great day here. I don't know if this is your first time seeing this or if you're back for an encore, but what I want to do here is let me share my screen. Okay, can you see the
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so again, my name is Patrick Moore. I'm with a company called Vizionary, and I've been in the industry for a while. Quick introduction about me. I've been in the industry since I was 18 years old, but I even got started before that building websites when I was 13 years old. I'm 33 now, so 20 years sitting here behind a computer doing marketing and all types of stuff. Worked at the corporate level of MLMs, launched companies. So been around a long time, seen a lot of opportunities. A lot of things have come across my desk. Every time something new launches, I'm called basically. So when this was introduced to me, well, first of all, I knew basically before there was even going to be an opportunity launching, I was talking to people about launching a cryptocurrency company. And we got into a few different things, and we just realized this is not what we need. These aren't legit. These are scams. These are money games. These are frowned upon by the government, all that stuff. So we're like, we need something real. And we didn't know quite what direction we were going. And when I say we, I'm not part of the executive team or the ownership in any way. I'm very good friends with the owner of this company, one of the owners, the president of this company, who was invited to go evaluate this and see if they wanted to really originally come on as the master distributor. And they chose, and they came on as the master distributor. And this is, by the way, Andy Morbitzer, who's been a 2-time master distributor, restructured companies, rewritten compensation plans to make them more lucrative and really give back to the people. And years before any of these things existed, he was talking about cryptocurrency. So when you talk about the right person to be behind a company, it's important to know that as big as this opportunity is, as unique as it is, as broad as it is, you have the right people behind it. There's a huge group of people, not a huge group of people, huge group of developers, but as far as executive team, there's a good staff, and I'll introduce them to you here in a few minutes and show you, why we're doing this. So really, what's happening is there is a shift in the financial space right now, and we as a company see an opportunity to capitalize on what we believe is the greatest transformation the financial industry has ever seen. And it's because now, instead of relying on people like banking systems and governments to make our money decisions, who at this point we just don't trust, we now have an infrastructure that allows for a boundaryless currency that is trustless. If you've heard of the blockchain, you can go look it up and you're going to see why it's such a profound and impactful technology here, and how we're going to be able to use this along with our next generation cryptocurrency to bring this mainstream into every house, every business, every corporation, every government in the world. Because what we're going to be ultimately doing here is introducing the fastest, easiest, least expensive way to move any amount of money to anybody, anywhere, instantly, period. We're going to outcompete the banks, the Western Unions, the PayPals, and we're going to be able to do this at zero cost to either party. Now, how does this all work? So like I said, we're in an $80 trillion industry. This is the circulation of money annually. And it's really hard to understand how big this is, but understand that the fastest growing company in the history of the world, Uber, is a $50 billion company. Founded in 2009. They disrupted the transportation industry. You know how we used to say, hey, let's get a taxi? Now everybody says, hey, let's get an Uber. That's how quick they transformed the language of the industry, where we don't even use the word taxi anymore. And this is the fastest growing company in the history of the world with a mobile app. No taxis, no drivers, no vehicles that they own. They just launched a mobile app, and people who have a car are willing to give people rides, and boom, they profit off it and made $50 billion. So we can see here, and there's multiple other businesses. You're familiar with the Airbnb, and this one's definitely not as popular, but Airbnb has disrupted the hospitality industry with a website. In just 7 years, they have a $25 billion business, and they have no real estate, no employees, no hotels like Marriott and the Hilton. They're in every city in every country of the world. And just imagine the overhead they have, thousands of employees per location. And here we go, Airbnb launches a website and shows people, hey, and basically what it is it allows you to rent out your room or your couch, and you make a little money off of it, and Airbnb takes off the top, and they've turned it into a massive business. So when you put those companies in perspective, the industry that we're in, the banking industry, is 1,000 times larger than the Uber business. But then when you factor in the circulation of money, our business is 10,000 times larger than the Uber business. So when you look at these examples here, and you look at disruption, excuse me, I'm gonna get a drink real quick. When you look at these examples, you've got Airbnb, the world's largest accommodation provider, owns no real estate. Alibaba, the most valuable retailer, has no inventory. Facebook, the world's most popular media owner, creates no content. Uber, the world's largest taxi company, owns no vehicles. And Bitcoin, the world's biggest bank, has no actual cash. This is the industry we're in. This is cash. This is the byproduct that pays for the Uber trip, that pays for the ad spend and the commissions and whatever checks are being paid here. This is the money that stocks all the places. They don't have inventory, but they do have other people. It's kind of like Amazon. They have people ship into their warehouse and they sell directly from there. But this is the money that pays for those products. So when you look at an opportunity and you want something that's bigger than you, and you want to reach a broad market, not everybody diets, not everybody, needs health products, not everybody does this, not everybody does that, but everybody spends and sends and receives money. And that's our business. We're in the business of money, the circulation of money. And we've created a way to compete with the banking systems of the world and provide not only a faster, easier way to move money, but a boundaryless, true global currency where we can exchange it real time into any currency without fees. So instead of you traveling with your cash where you're going into another country, now you're paying exchange rates and international fees and all this, now you just pull out your mobile app and you can go into any country in the world, and now you have a currency that works with each other without fees. It's never been done before. Well, Bitcoin, but it's never been done before at this capacity. So why are we different than Bitcoin? But first, let's back up. Why are we interested in this opportunity? Why do we see that there is major potential, other than the fact I just told you it's 10,000 times larger than the fastest growing company in the history of the world? That should pique your interest right there. But if that's not enough, look around and see who's getting into cryptocurrency. You're going to see the smartest and wealthiest people in the world are getting into cryptocurrency. Bill Gates, we all know him as the creator pretty much of Microsoft. The future of money is digital currency. And he had this vision at one point that we would all be on our computers and using computers every single day, conducting business, conducting communication, and we all thought he was crazy. But look what we're doing right now. We would not be here right now if it wasn't for this gentleman and a few other gentlemen like Steve Jobs and the Wozniaks of the world and all the computer guys that built this infrastructure really from their garage when this industry didn't exist. And here he is saying the future of money is digital currency. I think that quote has a little weight. Another respected gentleman in the financial space where corporations go to him for his advice, Bill Bonner, says digital currency is the first improvement in money in 5,000 years. And at one point, he was a critic. And then of all people, Ben Bernanke, cryptocurrencies may hold long-term promise, particularly if the innovation promotes a faster, more secure, and more efficient payment system. This is the chairman or the former chairman of the Federal Reserve. So if the guy that prints our money is saying cryptocurrencies have a promising future. And right now we look at it and we think like, what a huge leap this might be going into digital currency. Well, let's face it, 99 out of every $100 that we spend is already digital through credit cards, paying online, debit cards. But the difference is that money that we're using right now, it's owned by the government. It's regulated by the government. It's feed by the banks. Right now, if you go and try to put money in your bank, read the fine print, and it's going to say, one, you now pay to deposit money into these accounts, and two, we own this money. You've heard of the bank bailouts. Wait till you see the bank bail-ins. That's when they don't go to the government for the money. That's when they go to the people for the money, which really it's the same thing. Let's face it. That's when they literally go right into your bank account and take the money out because they legally can do that because they need to keep their lights on. So we are paying attention, and this isn't just some fairy tale idea. This is happening. We're not just imagining this happening or saying, 70 years ago, this happened and we need to be prepared. No, we're looking right now at the countries around the world, and we are seeing banks tighten their hands around their money, and really it doesn't exist. There's about 2 to 3%, if that, of actual reserves in the vault of actual cash. So when you go and you say, hey, I want this much money, right now there's countries where the banks are saying, sorry, we can only let you have 40 euros a day or 60 euros a day. And you can't really live on that, especially when the inflation is getting so bad that the prices of everything are going up around you, and then they're limiting you to how much money you can have. So guess what's happening? Cryptocurrencies are stepping in, and there's ATM machines popping up and allowing citizens to funnel money over to those people who are in those countries where the banks are denying them of their money. And that's why cryptocurrency is not just a great opportunity for wealth, but it's one of the best ways to protect your money and have a safe haven for your money and real 21st century financial insurance. So Bitcoin was the first of its kind. launched the industry today as we know it, and over 400,000 locations accept it. Does it mean that it's the perfect system? No, hardly. It means it's the only option right now. And while there's nothing wrong with Bitcoin in the sense that it's a great place to store your money and all that, but the wealth part of it, we passed up on that. The technological downfall to it, let's just say I don't believe they got it right out of the gate, and it's like the prototype that accidentally just got released. Bitcoin got released, it's anonymously owned, nobody knows who created it, and there's no marketing, there's no management, it just got out there, and the word caught on, and now the demand and the network growth is too much for the infrastructure of Bitcoin. So we've had time to really evaluate this and see how do we improve upon this, and we've done that. So if you would have gotten Bitcoin back in 2009, talk about the potential here, and you put $100 in, you would have it's actually $455 coin today, or it was yesterday. So you'd have $4.5 million off $100 purchase of Bitcoin. Absolutely insane. You can't get that kind of return. I've never seen that anywhere. Now, what we're selling here, by the way, we're not selling a coin. We'll get into what we sell, but we cannot sell you the coin directly. Just like you can't really go and buy the coin directly initially. It has to be mined. And that's where I'm not going to we only have so much time here, and we've done lots of videos on mining, and we have extensive education on the mining process. Actually, that's part of what we offer is education on top of giving you the ability to generate the coin. So we look at Bitcoin and we say, okay, how do we do it better? Well, we found some ways, and we've released the Capricoin. This is the latest generation, next version of cryptocurrency, latest algorithm, where we are now able to integrate this with mobile technology. And instead of me sending you Bitcoin and you having to wait potentially hours or even a day to get your coin, we've found a way to where we can do it in 3 seconds. And on top of that, exchange it in real time into any other currency. At least for merchants at this point. Merchants are going to have that option. So we need to give merchants a way to easily accept this, right? Now, this is our plan. We love what Bitcoin's doing, but it's really seen as a speculative investment. Buy low and sell high. But that leverage that you once had where you can get it for a fraction of a penny, and today it's $455, that's gone. But Capricoin, that's your second chance. And we're not the second cryptocurrency. We're actually the 2000 something cryptocurrency. So why are we different? How is Capricoin better than all the other cryptocurrencies out there? Well, one, we didn't just try to copy Bitcoin like the thousands of other ones it did. We've been on the regulated exchange less than a year now, and we've already hit a value of a couple of dollars at one point. Now we're back down under $1, and that's because right now it's seen as a speculative trading game where there's a lot of money being made. Let's face it, right now is the opportune time to get in and play with the value of the Capricoin if you're into that. Otherwise, accumulate it and just store it up. There's lots of things you can do with this, but I'm seeing people come in and buy low and sell high every day and make hundreds of dollars a day in Capricoin just because there's volatility. Same thing with Bitcoin, except you don't really have that same opportunity anymore. And nobody really knows what's happening with Bitcoin. It's very random. And with all the other thousands of coins out there, they've been on the exchange for years and they're at a fraction of a penny. So I'm going to show you something here so you understand what I mean by we are breaking records. We are doing things that no other cryptocurrency has done. So I just went to this website, worldcoinindex.com, and I clicked on market cap to show me Who has the most activity every 24 hours? And let's go 5 down. Bitcoin, obviously number 1. Ethereum is just crushing it. And Ripple and Litecoin, these are kind of the 4 big boys. But look who's right behind it. Capricoin. Like, we passed Dash. We passed, like, all of these were like Doggy Coin. These were the guys that everybody thought were going to be Peercoin, Bytecoin. They all had huge futures, promising futures. And what did they do different than Bitcoin? Nothing. All they're doing is they're creating some kind of hysteria and popularity and hype around these coins because they want it to be the next Bitcoin. But they're not doing what we're doing. They're not tying in mobile technology. They're not offering you the way to move money around the world instantly without fees. They're not offering merchants the ability to eliminate their credit card fees and accept money instantly. And no matter what country you're at in the world, if you don't want the Capricoin, you can take whatever cash you want instantly without fees. They're not offering a free marketing tool to the merchants to allow them to incentivize the usage and the adoption of moving Capricoin instead of using credit cards, instead of paying cash. And they're certainly not offering a cashback reward system. And then they're not, they don't have a group of people like us who are working together to drive the value of the coin up. This is the only opportunity I've ever been a part of where I'm not by myself working, but I'm working with everybody together. We are benefiting together. Every time the coin goes up, we all win. And there are things happening behind the scenes right now. I can't even tell you at all, but I assure you, the money's been put in place. The deals have been done. It is like 99.9% done. When they pull this off, there's no reason why we can't beat Bitcoin. And I'm talking, it could be this year. We are doing so many things behind the scene right now where we know there's going to be other cryptocurrency dominant players, but we are the only ones doing what we're doing, where I believe we will become one of the primary players. I believe we're going to become the Visa of the cryptocurrency world, and that's just one role that we'll play. There's going to be a lot of other things that we're going to be able to do with this that, like I said, no other cryptocurrency has done or is doing. And are we going to have people mimicking us when we do the things that we want to do? Absolutely. But that's fine, because we're going to already have our foot in the ground. We're already going to have our foundation, and we're already going to be wildly successful in my eyes. And let me back up. This is not an investment. There's no guarantees. I'm not claiming that we're going to have a $500 coin or a $100 coin at all. So don't jump in this because of what I'm saying in that aspect. I'm just saying that this is an industry where hardly anybody knows about it. It's like being invited to Wall Street when it was launching and getting hooked up with the select few people. It's a very, very fringe crowd, this whole Bitcoin thing. Not a lot of people know about it, and it's starting to get more popular. But it's like when you get in this crowd, everybody knows everybody. So it's like, imagine working with like JP Morgan and Citibank and Bank of America and those group of guys that had that. And I don't like any of them. I hate what they've done to the economy and all that stuff. I'm just saying how they were privy to this information ahead of time before the rest of the world. And when you are ahead of trends and understand money and trends and economics and supply and demand, and I'm no expert, but I'm getting better at it. And my advisor, my mentor is the president of this company, who's been one of my closest friends for 8 years. And I've worked with him on lots of projects, and people call him Rain Man for his, economics and mathematical understanding. And so he's really opened my eyes to this, and people are going to make absolute fortunes in this. And when you know the .com boom, the people that made the millions, the tens of millions, the hundreds of millions, that is a fraction of the money I believe is going to be made in Capricoin and cryptocurrency as a whole. So right now is the time to learn this industry. There's no better time. Don't be, if you remember when the internet was coming out and everybody was getting websites and signing up on social media, and I don't know if you were, but most people I knew were totally resistant to that idea. No, I don't need a computer. No, I don't need the internet. No, I don't need this. No, I don't need that. Now it's like, if you don't have that stuff, you're doing it the wrong way, because that is the more efficient way of doing things. If you had a business and you were so stubborn and you went out of business because you weren't willing to get on the internet, that's the same thing that's going to happen to you here. It's like Steve Jobs coming to you and saying, hey, I got this iPhone idea and it's going to be the first phone that ever does this, this, and this, and this. And you say, no, that's crazy. Or I don't get it, so I don't want to do it. I just don't get it. So no, I don't want to learn about it. That's, if you say no to this, that's kind of what it's the exact same scenario as saying no to, the iPhone. And just because you're lazy and you don't want to understand it because it seems too complex. Don't pass up wealth because it seems a little too complex, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm at 30 minutes here. Let's see what I can cover real quickly. Like I said, the world's first cryptocurrency payment solution provider with cashback, free for customers, free for merchants to accept payment in Capricoin, the ability to convert Capricoin to US dollars, euro, yuan, or any other country's currency in real-time transactions. No other cryptocurrency has this technology, except we're going to be able to, very soon here, go to merchants. I've already got the mobile app on my phone here, and we've done videos where me and Adrian have, sent money back and forth to each other. If you're in Vizionary, you can download the mobile app and start moving coins back and forth between each other. I've bought things from people already. I bought, if you guys are familiar with Seattle Seahawks, I bought a Russell Wilson, who's the quarterback, rookie card, and paid somebody 30 Capricoin. That 30 Capricoin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars someday. I mean, that's, who knows? I'm just, if you look at, if there's an article I read, and for the reason I come up with these numbers, and they seem very feasible to me, and they might seem just crazy to you because you're like, there's just no way that this is even possible. I was reading this article, a book actually that was specifically on Bitcoin, and this one article talked about what does it take for the value to be this, and what does it take for the value to be this and this and this. And if Bitcoin got 1% of global trade, the coin would be valued at $880,000 a coin. So you got to realize this isn't like, our money is in like 1.00. The Bitcoin is like 1.0000000. There's 8 zeros or 7 zeros. So you can have a fraction of a coin and it literally be worth thousands of dollars. This is all digital here. So we're going to release 200 million coins. There'll never be any more released. Once those coins are released, well, that's when the demand is going to be very high, and that's when people are going to want to use the money. So, and that's when people are going to want to accumulate more coins. That's when the price is going to go up. So this is a long-term play. When I say, it's going to be thousands of dollars here down the road, I mean, it truly is down the road. It's several years from now, but this is not, I'm not here to make a residual income. I'm not here to just make money to pay my bills and have a nice life. I'm here to create true generational wealth where my family doesn't have to work. My family's kids, great grandkids are not going to have to work. Now, I don't want them to, they're not going to be spoiled, there'll be stipulations or whatever, but, I just want to make it so no matter what happens in hard times, my family's taken care of, and at the end of the day, for as long as they need. And I think this is the opportunity that can offer that. So there's lots of ways to make money here. Essentially 12 ways to get paid. 7 are through team building. 5 don't require any sponsoring at all. We're not here to replace the money system. We're here to work with it. And a quick endorsement from somebody that's well respected in the industry. He's the owner, or one of the owners of altcointoday.com. It's one of the largest alternative currency publications online. Gets millions of hits a month. The owner, Gary Connor, who's editor-in-chief, says that the Capricoin is the perfect coin, and you should acquire as many as you can. And this is somebody that owns his own cryptocurrency. He's made hundreds of millions of dollars in this industry, and he is saying that the Capricoin is the perfect coin. Now that really speaks volumes for somebody that owns his own currency. And there's a webinar you guys can listen to where the owner, the president, Andy Morbitzer, interviews Gary Connor and says, tell me why you think Capricoin is the perfect coin. And it's about 20 minutes long. And Adrian, we can go ahead and put that link in the chat for anybody that wants to watch it here. So ideally, it's the people's money, putting the power in the hands back in your guys' hands here. This is the management team from left to right. CFO Ladislav Pastor has a lot of experience in the business world. Was an owner of 100 businesses in Europe. Very successful, very smart guy. All these guys have a lot of integrity. Got to meet them here, actually out in Spain last year. We've got another event coming up here in September, which I'll talk about here in a second. And then we've got Frode Berg, who's our CEO, the original man with the plan, the visionary himself, who came up really with this whole concept. So thank you for really, for him, for having this vision and bringing this all together, because without him, we would not be here. Andy Morbitzer, who originally came on as the master distributors, now the president of Vizionary, who is my good friend and business mentor. And then Jesper Benson, who is also part owner and is on the network council and advisory team, and just a tremendous guy, lots of experience in business and marketing, and very, very successful. So you couldn't ask for a better group of people to work with. That they're not here just to make money. They're here to help you guys make money and protect your future here. So as I said, there's multiple ways to get paid through the value of the coin growing, the movement of money, cashback rewards. You can earn free coins. There's lots of different things. And then it's a typical binary structure. So there's other videos that show you how to get paid. Depending on what package you choose is going to determine how many coins you get. So you can upgrade at any time. There's no monthly fees. You're not buying a product. You're not storing anything in your garage. You're literally exchanging your money into digital currency is the best way to define it, through the means of mining time, which simply you buy mining time. Each slot is going to produce so many coins. So if you get 3 slots, you're not going to get as many coins as if you had 500 slots. So if you want to get a lot of coins right now, you want to do at least silver, and you can always just pay the difference anytime to move up to the next package. You're never going to be billed monthly. Like I said, it's still your money. It's just in digital form. Think of it like an international savings account. At any time you can liquidate. I've got 100,000 plus coins. If I wanted to go sell out right now, I could. Our mission to create 100 millionaires in 2016. Here's a group of us out at the conference in Spain last September. Actually, we're going to be having another event here where you've got until July 25th to qualify for this event. And you can earn a free flight, free hotel to Benidorm, Spain. We stayed out here last year for about a week. Here I am in the back there. And here's Andy, the president, with Nicole Peterson. I'm sure you guys have If you've watched any of our webinars, Nicole is very instrumental, integral, putting this all together, all the marketing pieces and videos. She does so much for this company. So thank her next time you see her. And all these other great guys. Had a chance to meet most of these guys for my first time. Some of them I've met before, but yeah, just an incredible trip. And if you can get out there, we hope to see you out there. This contest just ended, so we had a chance to win some pretty cool gear here. Our mission: to create a coin, the Capricoin, that allows individuals to participate in one of the most meaningful wealth transfers in the history of mankind. The shift from a centralized fee-ridden banking system to a no fees, no restrictions, instant peer-to-peer financial platform that can all be completed on a smartphone. It's exciting and it's happening now. There'll never be a better time to be one of the early adopters of Capricoin. The time is now. No mandatory auto ship, so instead of filling your garage full of products, why not fill your vault full of wealth? Our byproduct is money. World's first MLM on the exchanges with our own blockchain cryptocurrency. World's first cryptocurrency payment solution provider with cashback rewards. So that's it, guys. Right now, you have a chance to participate in what is going to be the greatest wealth transfer in history. More profits, more wealth will be created in cryptocurrency, I imagine, than anything else I'll see in my lifetime. Because this is money. This is moving from one form of money to another. This is like starting a banking system. There's so many positive ramifications to this, and it's so exciting that we're here at the very beginning. Less than 15% of the coins have been distributed. You have a chance to accumulate these coins while they are at the lowest rate they will ever be. So let's go ahead and open up for questions.
Okay, thanks, Patrick. Right, yeah. Thanks for that great presentation. 35 minutes, that was great. I've got a couple of questions, Patrick. While a few people have texted me messaged me a few on Facebook Messenger here, and this one keeps coming up all the time. Is the actual app itself? When can we sort of give it away as a free app? If that is the case, is that right? You can actually give it away, and then for people to start using the app.
Yeah. So what they're doing right now, well, I want to post that interview with Gary Connor in here as well, so you guys can see that. What they're doing right now is they just released version 3 point something yesterday in the Capricoin store. You can go and, if you've got an iPhone and an Android, you can go and download it right now, but you need to have a Vizionary login at this moment. What they're going to have here pretty soon is you could go to something like capripay.com/your username. And whether you are a customer, whether you're a merchant, whether you're a Vizionary team member, if you've downloaded the mobile wallet, you'll have the opportunity. Like, let's just say you went to a friend and say, hey, download this app here, and they download it, and they become a customer, and you're already a Vizionary member. Adrian, I'm talking to you. Let's say you go to a friend and you just get them to download the app from you because you've got your Vizionary thing already. Well, then they download the app, and now they're just a customer, and they haven't even put coins on their wallet. Well, if they get somebody to download the app with their QR code, they're now assigned to that person, and they didn't do anything. But if that person goes and buys a bunch of stuff and starts shopping, and they can earn off that customer, and they never signed up in Vizionary. So they'll have their own Capricoin website as well if they ever wanted to refer somebody. And of course, customers aren't really into the idea of referring, but they just go, oh yeah, go to capripay.com/Joe. And that's the site, and they get the wallet, and now that person is coded to them, and they get paid off the cashback rewards.
Does if I give away a free Capricoin app, does that automatically lock them into the Vizionary business as well, or is that separate again?
No, it's completely separate.
Hmm.
It's a two-tiered affiliate program that is separate from Vizionary.
Oh, it's paid on 2 levels.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Essentially, 6 people will get paid off of the Capricoin. It's the customer, the merchant, because the customer is going to earn 75% cash back. Then out of the 25%, that's distributed between 5 other people.
The customer gets 75. The merchant or the
merchant is going to offer the cash back reward to the customer. So here's another thing. If let's say you go and you don't even know what Capricoin or Capricoin is, but you see a merchant and you want to go buy some donuts and it says we accept Capricoin, and you're like, well, what is that? So you walk in and maybe you try swiping your debit card or credit card. They're like, no, we don't want to do that. Go ahead and download this app instead. That merchant is now coded to that customer. And because we know for a fact that customer does not have Capricoin right there, maybe the merchant is offering a cashback reward. That customer can use cash instead. They can do the transaction through Capricoin, offer the cashback reward, and now that merchant or that customer is going to receive free Capricoin as cash back. So now they actually have coins to spend the next time.
Right. So let me just clarify there. When that customer walks into the shop then to buy, as you said, donuts, he has no idea or she has no idea about Capricoin. So they're going to download the app there and there on the spot. So they haven't got to buy any Capricoin to.
Right. They don't have to buy it. They can pay cash right there and do the transaction still through the Capricoin app and say it was cash instead of Capricoin. And the merchant gives the cashback reward. 75% of the Capricoins go into that customer's account. And then if you referred that person or that merchant, then you would earn a percentage of that as well. And then your upline would receive it. And then there's a couple other people that would receive it.
But at the same time, the customer's still paying over cash over the counter, still paying cash.
Right. To initially get the free Capricoin reward, the cashback reward.
Yeah. And then the customer walks away with the Capricoin downloaded on their iPhone.
Yep.
They've been educated. The brand has been advertised. The customer walks away knowing about Capricoin. Is that right?
And they have Capricoins.
And they have Capricoins in cashback. Yeah.
Yep.
And what percentage was that again? Were they having cashback? That customer walking into the shop?
They get 75%.
75% of the price of
whatever the cashback reward is. So if the customer, if the merchant's just like, yeah, we're offering, X number back, the customer gets 75% of that, and 25% goes to, like I said, Vizionary and Capricoin take nothing. All of it's going back into the network.
So the shop could be offering a 5 or 10% discount to buy donuts or any other product then.
Right.
Okay, that's great. That sounds really good. What about another question just came in. Can you explain this this market cap? Let me share my screen this time. I'm logged on to this WorldCoin index, which you were logged on to earlier on. Okay. Can you see that, Patrick?
Yeah, I can see.
Can you just explain this on the right-hand side? This column, I've got it itemized in the highest amount, as in market cap. Obviously, Bitcoin is number 1. Capricoin is number 5 in the world. Well, how do they come? How do you get to this figure? Where is this in 75.78 million compared to 6.62 billion? How do they sort of how do they get to these figures? How do these figures arise?
It has to do with the number of transactions that are occurring. So right now, you can go into the exchanges and people are buying and selling all day long. Well, Bitcoin, of course, they are the most popular ones, so they're going to have the most activity. And on top of that, anytime that you want to cash out, think of Bitcoin equivalent to the the US dollar. Well, as of right now, it's the world reserve currency. How much longer? I don't know. But Bitcoin is considered the world reserve currency in the cryptocurrency space. So you could be doing trading on Dashcoin and Litecoin, but when you want to cash out, you have to cash out in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is going to have way more volume just naturally than all these other coins. Without going into any details at all, what if we could be that coin? Well, what if we could be that coin where they cashed out in your coin instead because it was faster, easier? That's where, I can't give any details, but that's where this is all headed, and very quickly.
And what about why do we have to buy Bitcoin first before we actually buy Capricoin on the exchange? Why can't we just buy Capricoin directly on an exchange?
Well, I don't want to go into, like, you are literally right, in the wheelhouse here of what we're going with. So I'm not going to say why we can't or can't do anything. Let's just say that's what we are trying to do. And we're the only cryptocurrency that will be able to do it, just because of the resources that we have. Next to Bitcoin, we'll be the only other one that's seen as that reserve cryptocurrency. But I wasn't even going to talk about any of that, but just know that this company has very, very big long-term visions for this. So you guys can't think linear here. You got to think very, very broad here.
Okay, and what have we got compared to, like, still looking at the screen, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Capricoin, Dash, and so what have we got that's unique to all the other 700 plus coins, people say? What's so good about Capricoin?
Well, it's everything I just said. We're the first.
Yeah.
We have the latest cryptocurrency technology. We're integrating it with mobile phone. We actually have a group of people that know how to run a company. We have a group of people that know marketing really well. We know how to make a company mainstream, a product mainstream, and now we have what I believe is the best product in the world: money. Yeah.
Would you agree that possibly there's only out of all these 750 coins in the world on this exchange here, not say on this chart here, that there's only probably room for 10 sort of big ones. That when all this settles down in a couple of years' time, not all these coins are going to make it, I would have thought. So, but probably 10 of these coins would be the main players. You know what I mean? Like, you got PayPal, you got Solid Trust Pay, you got Payza, you got all these sort of merchants that move money around. Everyone accepts PayPal now on Solid Trust Pay. Do you think that's the way it's going with digital currency? People will accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, Capricoin, that type of thing, like a top 10?
Yeah, I definitely believe that it's going to get narrowed down. They're already filtering out certain cryptocurrencies that don't perform very well, and I see ones get deleted all the time that have been there for a while. And these are, like I said, are a fraction of a penny. They're not doing anything different. They've been kind of neglected, not a lot of activity. So I believe over time, we're just at a point right now where we look at 15 years ago, and we look at the dot-com boom, and we think, wow, at the time, we look at those guys and we go, wow, those guys really figured it out. But look how many of them got stale with their movement in innovation, and their business is dead today because they relied on one strategy. And maybe they were relying on something that was, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like putting all your money into the VCR right before the DVD came out. There's a lot of companies that are doing it right today that I believe are not going to have the ability to stay innovative and competitive enough down the road, which is natural. I mean, I'm really looking ahead. Every company, every industry, it's fierce. There's fierce competition. There's always somebody, when they see that you can make a lot of money with something, they put their team, their money, their resources together, and then they go and launch something to compete. We see it all the time. Look at like Beats, the Dre headset by or Beats headset by Dre. I don't know how popular it is over there, but it was like a cult-like following over here. People were spending $300 on these stupid red headsets. I don't mean to offend you if you are a huge fan of Beats or you bought those things, but it's the greatest marketing play in the world. Dre put his name behind some headsets and marked it up to $300. And there is a company that literally created knockoff headset that looked exactly like it, didn't say Beats on it or anything like that, and made $51 billion off knocking off the Dre headset. So imagine what Dre headsets made. So I'm just saying, you've got to be aware of competition at all times. And I believe that, yes, we'll have more competition. I believe that we are always going to be on top of our game of staying more innovative than the rest. At this point, maybe in a few years somebody does what we're doing and they got a new twist on things. But at that point, I think we're going to really be stabilized and have a nice solid footprint.
And if a coin is not on this chart, what do they call this chart? This is not an exchange. Bittrex is the exchange, which I'll come on to in a bit. What do they actually call World Coin Index? It's like
starts with an R. I forgot what it's called, like a registry or something like that, I think is what they call it.
It's a registry of crypto coins which have gone through a certain sort of criteria to get on there, is it?
Basically, taking the data. It's got all these APIs hooked up to these exchanges, and it's taking the data from all the exchanges. So every time transactions are made, the data is reflected on here.
But if a coin's not on here, then it's probably a grey area, isn't it? It's probably it's a grey area. You could be trading illegally, couldn't it, if a coin is not on here?
Oh, absolutely not. If you're taking a profit off of a coin that's not on here, you're committing securities fraud. Securities fraud,
yeah. Okay, let me just show you this Bittrex.com. This is a real exchange, isn't it? Bittrex.com.
Yeah, that's a real exchange. Paul, to answer your question, the numbers are reversed. 75% goes to the customer, 25% goes to the uplines.
Yeah, you got the wrong way around there, Paul. Yeah, that's right.
And then by buying Bitcoin, you think Capricoin?
Which is good because the customer's getting more. The customer's getting 75%. That's good. 75%. The customer's getting 75% of the cash back, which is better.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just reading his question here. I'm trying to think how to answer it. Well, here's the thing. Bitcoin is paired, or Capricoin and all other cryptocurrencies are paired to the value of Bitcoin. So a lot of times when Bitcoin goes up in value, it's going to automatically pull our value up. But here's the thing. This is where there's a lot of confusion. Is you'll look at the price in dollars and you'll see all these numbers changing. It might even be dropping, but maybe the value in Bitcoin of the Capricoin, because it's all paired, it will say like BTC worth, is going up. And so a lot of times you'll see the value of the coin dropping in dollars, but the BTC value is going up, and that's because the BTC value is pulling up the value of the Capricoin. But that's more of a question, to really get into details. That's something for our cryptocurrency expert to answer.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're just coming up to the hour. So you want to talk about, I'll try and get it up on my screen, the event on the 8th of September, which I haven't booked yet, but I'm certainly looking to attend. It's a 4-day event in Benidorm, Spain. Is that right?
Yeah, let me share my screen here.
Yeah, I'm already sharing mine. It's okay. I'll.
Oh yeah, just go to the page then.
Yeah,
go to the.
I was just going to show my.
Well, if you just go to the Visionary page, the official group, it's pinned post, all the pictures.
Well, okay. What's it called? Visionary.
Yeah, type in Visionary official. No, it's in Facebook. Go to the
Facebook. Okay.
search box there.
Yeah.
Yeah, type in Visionary. It's official group. And for anybody who's watching this, if you haven't, that's the VIP group. Yeah, the official one.
Yeah, wrong one.
Yeah, so VIPs if you're already on board and you're a paid member, and then the official public group is for anybody, that wants to learn more about what we're doing here and kind of stay up to date on the webinars. Like I did a corporate webinar yesterday, and that's available. We post all those in there. So yeah, go through those pictures. Just show how amazing this place is. So
this is on the 8th of September. It's four nights, is it, or 4 days, or 3 nights, 4 days, or 4 nights?
Yeah, it depends on when you get there. I think it's 4th to the 8th.
And this is up in the mountains overlooking Benidorm, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. I've been to Benidorm a few times, but I've always been down on the front, right on the coast. But
right.
This does look like.
I can see one. We stayed in 2 hotels when we were there last time, and I think I see one of the hotels we stayed in, which is on down over by that mountain over there.
So out of these 4 days, so there's going to be some
we'll get there, and it's a lot of fun. So like I said, you can qualify to earn a trip for you out there, for you and your spouse. That's flight and hotel included. This is going to be a palace. Look at this place that we're staying in. Just absolutely gorgeous, right next to 2 golf courses. So bring your clubs. You'll see me out there every day, I'm sure. And we'll do meetings. We'll do a couple meetings. We'll do some recognition events, and we'll have dinner usually every day with the group. And sometimes we'll do some lunches. They'll take us on. Last year they took us all on a tour of Benidorm. And we went up in the hills. We walked on the beaches. We checked out the shops. We had lunch. Just a great trip. There's about 25 of us out there last time. So
is it chance to get to know the owners and who's behind Visionary, Capricoin?
Yeah. All the executive team will be out there. All the leaders will be out there, of course, because they're going to qualify. And if you don't qualify, you can pay to go out there, but you've got to be in Visionary to go to the actually.
I think it's €198 for the event itself, isn't it? And you got to pay to get that as well, obviously.
You got to pay for the event, right? But you can earn all that stuff. That's all that can be all covered. But yeah, you pay for the event, you pay for the flight, the hotel if you don't qualify.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Paul Griffin, he's back and forth Benidorm quite a lot. He's
his territory.
Yeah. Okay, then I think that's about it, Patrick. We just on the hour. So
yeah, exactly. Not tied to it in any way, company wise. But yeah, tied to it in the way that the pound is to the dollar. Correct. But that we can get somebody to answer that question and really kind of expand upon that and elaborate on that. That link that I posted above here, I'll paste it again. Check out this webinar, guys. This is the interview with the president and Gary Connor, who has come on board as our cryptocurrency expert, the owner of Altcoin today, and he'll tell you why he pretty much dropped what he was doing and joined forces with us and has come on board to help us really get this out to everybody in the world. And there was a question up earlier. Actually, I was going to respond to it about like location, Egypt, India. Absolutely. So let's go back and go through some of these questions I missed. So yeah, this is a global company here. We've got offices in Hong Kong. We just opened office in Hungary. We got one in Belize, Spain, UK, Riga.
I'm gonna put another the other Gary Corner one in as well that me and you done as well. It was two of them.
The 5-minute video from last week.
No, the training session that me and you and Gary Corner done. Remember that was a few
okay, yeah, that's a really good video, definitely.
Put that one in as well, yeah.
Okay, here's another question from Paul. Normal currencies. Oh wait, no, it scrolled down. Where's it at? The great thing about paper money. Yeah, they'll definitely be able to coexist with each other. They're all exchangeable for each other. They'll have different functionality. Not to go into a lot of detail again, not anything I wanted to go into, but we have plans for doing something potentially with different countries involved, where maybe each country had their own cryptocurrency, and they cumulatively work together to drive the value of that coin, so they could unify, each country work together and create wealth for each. And these are all ideas that we've talked about here. What is that? Oh, the link above is the video with Gary Conner and Andy Morbitzer. The interview. It's about 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
So cool. We're at an hour here.
Yeah. Okay then. Thanks everyone. We tend to try and keep it to within the hour, so people tend to start snoozing off. It's 10 o'clock in the UK, don't forget. So 10 p.m. that is. So we're going to do this every 2 weeks, guys. I'm away next week anyway, on a few days break. So every Thursday, every 2 weeks on a Thursday, 9 o'clock, we're going to repeat this. So yeah, looking forward to it, building the numbers up. We've got about 24, 25 people on tonight. So
yeah,
it is building slowly. We've got a lot more. We've got about 40 or 50 at some point, but it's up and down. So if you want to bring along any guest guys in every 2 weeks, bring them here for the education, and I think you'll find that your team will start to grow when you bring people into these sessions. And don't forget the event. I'm off to Spain on the 8th of September. If you want to give me a ring tomorrow or send me a message, and I can help you if you want to book those tickets, and we can meet out there.
One other thing I wanted to show you here, guys. So we've had some issues with one of our merchant processors here for a little while. We had to switch to one kind of as a temporary solution. And so if you go and sign up, choose SweetPay. SweetPay is having the most success. Fennis is a nightmare. I'm going to be honest with you. It is. I've had so many problems with Fennis. I refuse to use them anymore. I'm wholly endorsing SweetPay because we've had people, basically not even call their banks and be able to sign up from all different places around the world. So that's what I would recommend. And then also our marketing system is going to be available here pretty soon, where we've already got some websites like you can use, but we have the Future Wealth Creators pages. So we've got a couple different marketing sites you can use right now where you just basically add your username. There's a way to, add a little code and then your username at the end, and then it's automatically assigned to you. So then you can go out and actually start sharing this, and you can maybe go down here and leave a comment and give us your feedback on what you think about Vizionary. And there's multiple pages here. So there's futurewealthcreators.com. There's futurewealthcreators.com/disrupt. Now, if you're going to sign up here, make sure you go through Adrian's link, because Adrian, he has his link where it's just going to be.
Yeah, I've just put the 3 links in the chat, so people can use those links. And obviously, people that are already signed up, they can just change the end part of the link.
Exactly.
Where it says A Hibbert on the end, you can just change that to your own affiliate ID.
Exactly. So these are already active for you. As soon as you've funded your account, just after the user equals, put your username there, and you can go off and start sharing these. And when people click the link, you're going to get the sign up credit for it. And you never have to pay for any of these. There are marketing websites that are coming where they'll be, more sophisticated. They'll have lead capture, text follow-up, email follow-up, all the fancy marketing stuff you need to grow your business. But there'll be a fee to that one. I created this just so people have a free tool to use, rather than just, kind of the boring corporate site.
Okay. Is that it, Patrick?
Yeah, that's all I wanted to share. I just want to make sure if you guys were about to sign up, don't use Finis, use SweetPay. It's going to be your better option.
Okay then, guys, thanks for everything. And I'll send out a recording of this on an email. So you've got that for your library. And you can pass this recording on to any of your team, anyone that's interested in taking a look. And yeah, Paul, those 3 links I just sent, keep them safe. You can just chop and change the end part and put your link on the end bit, after the equal sign. So after the equal sign, put your ID in there.
There's one more link here too. I'm going to go ahead and push that.
Which one is that?
Live, where we did a webinar. We did a hangout, basically. See /.
All right, yeah.
Equals. There we go.
Okay. So there's 4 links we can potentially use then to market the business.
Yep, and there's more coming. So, cool, guys. Well, thanks for having me on here again. Hope you guys found this presentation valuable and you're as excited as I am and you see where this is all going. Even if you don't get it, don't walk away from it. Learn about it, because this is a gold mine here. Like I said, I believe more fortunes will be created in this opportunity, in this industry, than anything else out there that we're going to see in our lives.
Okay then, thanks a lot, Patrick, and thanks everyone for attending. And I'll see you all again in 2 weeks from now, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Adrian.
Okay then, cheers, Patrick. Cheers, everyone. Good night.